Wow. Poshmark took a beating this week. We stepped in and we bought some at $17.39, 200 shares. And full disclosure, we had bought 100 shares on August 23rd at $27.45. So our cost basis for the 300 shares that we own still, I should say, is $20.74. I cannot believe the beating that Poshmark has taken. The stock, I think the earnings missed by 2 cents, and sales were light by $3 million, resulting in over a $300 million drop. We like Poshmark. We may trade it, we may buy it and sell it, and for the long run, probably we could see it going back to 20 soon. But let's look at the chart here, and I am using WEBULL's computer desktop here. This was the chart today. I mean, it immediately dropped. Let's look at the daily chart here. It immediately dropped, and you know, I really almost thought we were going to get a breakout. We would had thinking that people were buying online and stuff like that. We had 24.64 here, and just recently it was trading up 27.34 just back on October 22nd, and terrible. If you're missing or if you're giving light guidance, we're talking almost a 30% haircut. And we're also talking, let's go back on this chart. This is down when we started the year. We can look at a weekly chart. Weekly chart, $104.98. I mean, it just IPO'd. It's basically only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 count. This is a monthly candle chart. It's only had 3 green months. So basically it's been red the whole time. But I think we're at a point right now that the risk is worth it. Now, I had been into it before, over the summer actually, and got into it in 30-some. Sold it and made some money at 50, and because it dropped back down into 30s, got it back into again in another account. So the one account that I mentioned, a long-term holding account that I manage, 401k, we're actually down about 40% on that stock. So with an average cost basis of closer to 32. So I don't want to paint no picture that we haven't made mistakes, obviously, but they have, and let's look at their profile. Poshmark, and I'm going to pull this up. And what I'll do here on moneyme is a lot of times what I will do is I will feature, let's pull this over here, I will feature, talk a little bit about the company. This is their website, Poshmark. They sell looks like sneakers, bags, to the point now that the stock is dead. In case you don't know, my name is Pat Dees, and I actually used to be in the restaurant business, had 4 restaurants, and got involved in becoming a full-time reseller 3 years ago. And because of this, now I really want to understand how Poshmark works. I signed up this past week, and I'm going to start selling on Poshmark to make money and fully understand what they're, basically I thought they were the clothes or the light goods of basically similar to eBay. They have, and I don't fully understand how this chart works, but your total revenue. So what we'll do is actually we are going to pull up Yahoo. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to try to keep these videos too not real long. Try to keep them short, like 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to pull Yahoo over here. And then we're going to type in, the ticker symbol is POSH. And I want to show you guys basically how to research things on your own and take it with watching people like myself. Yeah, the market cap is $1.32 billion. That's not big at all. There's we want to look at the statistics on the company. Yeah, look, in the beginning of March, it was worth $3.2 billion. The revenue is $300 million revenue share. Total cash, they have $580 million. They have no debt at all. Even with the money that they're losing, I mean, they have enough. They at the rate that they're losing money, they if they didn't grow their sales, they could be around for 8 more years. What I don't like, and I just noticed that, is held by insiders is less than 2%. Held by institutions about 33%. Short ratio. So their 50-day moving average was 24.35. Their 200-day was 34.37. So obviously the 50-day moving average is going to be an obstacle, 24.35. That's going to be, but their 52-week high was 104.98, and 52-week low was 16.08, which we probably touched today. Let me see. I think we did. I think I saw open 60. Yep, today's range 16.08 to 18.85. So I'm going to most likely trade this stock. I'll be in and out it a couple of times. Yeah, they lowered their outlook. But basically, they need to get their act together. They obviously are a young company profile. You're based in Redwood City, California. I wonder if that's where eBay is based at. Where is eBay based at? Let me look that up. eBay. San Jose, California. But eBay has a market cap of $46 billion. I could really see Poshmark being a takeout candidate eventually. $15 billion in cash, $9 billion on the so their book value, total cash about 23. Book value is about $17. $12 billion. Let's compare. Let's look at Etsy. Etsy, $2.3 billion. Their market cap is $33 billion. 52-week low is 120 and the high is 283, which we're not far off from that actually. Boy, a low insider, you know, and a low insider is less than 1%. So more people on the inside own Poshmark, but 92% held by institutions. So it's got a lot of institutional support. Let's see if we can. Historical data. Yeah, there's some big, obviously there's some big institutional and big holders that hold it. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they step in and start buying it. It's going to struggle to get past 24, 25. It's really going to need, so you know, for probably the next 6 months, this stock could probably at this level at 1750 approaches 20, probably sell off, go right back down to 18. So I could see this having a range of, if we get a correction a couple days, we could still see 14, 15. I would say as an absolute low. Let's see, Poshmark. Okay, Poshmark IPO. Let me see. Wow, January the 14th, Poshmark traded at 97.50. Wow. Didn't realize it came out at that much, but they just need, the valuation was $7 billion. Started in 2011. Poshmark runs an online marketplace for secondhand goods like eBay. It doesn't touch inventory, lets buyers and sellers transact directly with each other while allowed to keep costs down and scale quickly. It has 32 active million users who spend an average of 30 minutes a day and shopping in the app. Mello Ventures, which vested in a company in 2000, is now the second largest with a 14% stake. Yeah. So they're gonna, and they've talked about this before. What they're gonna do is, Poshmark is gonna get into spending more money on marketing to, obviously to spur growth. Yeah, they raised 277 million in the offering. So, and they're sitting on $570 million in cash. So they want to basically, there's a lot of people that don't even know that. What Poshmark is. I mean, I heard of them because I'm a reseller, but there was something that happened with Apple with the privacy change that kind of really started hurting them as far as, when you go on Facebook, what happens is, like, if you check out something, it knows to target you with ads, and Apple has changed some things with that to allow more privacy for people that are on their devices. So we like it, but we do realize, full disclosure, if it, now my average is 2074, but I could see myself at 1739. If it gets to probably to 1950-ish, I could see myself selling it and trading it multiple times, just simply because, I do realize you got to keep in mind 1739, the 200 shares, to 1950, 1975, you're talking roughly a 10 or 12% return. If I do that several times throughout the year, I can easily get a 40 or 50% return. And again, I want it, and it's a shame because it's been under accumulation, but it has, it's just been straight down. It just, the market has not loved that stock. I mean, you had it here back in May, 33 to 52, but I mean, look, even here 25 to 30. So we got 23 to 27, we got 17. So really, where I could see us, let me put some numbers. Let me look at the chart here. 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. Let's put a 20-day moving average in there. 50-day. It's got a long way to go to hit the. Yeah. So resistance will definitely be in the 24.36. The 20-day moving average was 24.36. And this is technical charts here, so I mean it not good when it breaks like that. So we still can get a couple days. What we need to see is some sideways action here. Start seeing it like here. What you were happening, you could see here. It was at it looked pretty, man. With the old cup and but boom, drop right off here. What we need, but it's getting at a point where you see if you back here even in August, see how it was oversold, but that could continue. So basically, if you look back in August when it dropped from 35 to 26ish. The next day it was an inside candle, but it was up some, but it's still for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next 5 days, so pretty much a week after that, 5 trade days as after that, it continued to go down, and then the next 5, 6, 7 days, it kind of recovered back to the top of this candle back in August, but it never filled that gap of approximately 32.50 from the bottom of that candle to the bottom of this candle. So I can't zoom in on here like this, but this is stockcharts.com that I'm looking at right now. So let me pull back up my WEBULL here and see. Let's look at a daily chart if we can kind of see exactly what I was talking about in August. Yeah. Let me see here. Gotta do a little, yeah. Right here's that when it happened. So you had a gap down here, like I said, the next day, and then still continued to go down the bottom of that candle, and then the bottom here, and then it just couldn't. So the resistance is going to be, I could see it, like I said, going up to 20.47 in that area. I said 20. 47 will be, if you can't always watch it. So 20, but I might even play it cautious and get out at 1975-ish. And then, but the absolute big resistance is going to be in this 24.61, and then obviously we're going to need a lot of good news to get back over. And the analysts lowered the price, so we need that. That was top of that candle really is like 31, and then the very top of that is like 35, 36. So it's gonna struggle to really get up in here, but I do think it's an opportunity. Again, they got almost $8 in cash. They will probably be acquiring more companies and doing a lot more to grow and gain more market share, and I could see them eventually being taken out. Will we ever see $95, the IPO price? Probably not. But think about that. Even at half that price, we're basically still only at $1.3 billion. At half that price, we're only talking roughly a $3.5 billion company. Up into the 40s. So it's got a lot of long-term potential. I'm hoping to trade it in range really over the next 6 months and see what happens, and if I can get basically 5 or 6 points out of it, and really get into a cost basis of around 15, and trade it between that and in the 20s. I like it. So, all right, guys. Hey, I do appreciate you guys watching. We're going to do more videos, and typically we're going to at least do 3 a week. We'll do videos that talk about stocks that we're all obviously invested in, but we're also stocks that are the stock of the day or the stock of the week that a lot of people are talking about. I want to do one of the next ones I want to do is Tesla, because I was way wrong with Tesla and I missed it so many times, and a lot of people can say that, and we need to talk about that and what has been going on with Tesla. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe. I am a regular guy. I'm not a financial broker. This is for entertainment purposes. That's the disclosure typically you got to give. I do appreciate the support. Let's get me to 1,000 subscribers, and I am not. Someone asked me if I was on Discord. No, I am on Twitter, Pat D's, and I have traded for 20 years, good and bad, and that's what I'm going to share with you. No one likes to always talk about the bad. I could tell you at the beginning of the year I lost $8,000 on shorting Roku, And had I waited, I wouldn't have lost $8,000. So I'll talk about more examples like that. I want you guys to put in the chat stocks you like, stocks you follow. Maybe a couple times we get enough people going, we'll start doing a couple lives and get people to, hey, pulled up this chart, what do you think about it? And just give my honest opinion, and we'll debate going back and forth. As you can see here on the left of my WEBULL screen, and if down below, if you guys are interested in signing up for WEBULL, doesn't cost you nothing, get free stock, and I get a free share. Poshmark, Beyond Me, Exxon, Facebook now called Meta, Amazon, Tilray, VERU is a pharmaceutical company, Winnebago, AT&T, so Intuit, Roku, Fubu, Autodesk, Gold. So there's a bunch of stocks I like to follow and stuff like that. I sometimes think we could trade too many stocks, and sort of reminds me of poker. You start playing too many hands, and there's a lot of hands you just don't need to play. There's a lot of good quality hands, quality stocks that you can buy and sell and make money. So I appreciate the support. Give me thumbs up, and have a good day.
Change your